This live stream is a copyright of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Reproduction or distribution of this live stream without permission of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network is a violation of the law.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollyi, third-generation owner of Pollyi's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit pollyi'sgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Pollyi's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate, because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real, and Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
New in Grinnell is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
I'm Sarah Smith, and I'm excited to share that I am running for Iowa House District 53 in 2022. As a lifelong Iowan and a native of Grinnell, I know the district well, and I have a vested interest in its success. It has been a home to my family for generations, which is why I am eager to learn more from you and support our collective growth. So please, follow me, ask me, join me. Visit sarahsmithforiowa.com.
Since 1999, Grinnell Newberg Dollars for Scholars has raised scholarship money for our graduating seniors. To date, we have awarded 1,820 scholarships to GHS graduates. We need you to be a part of our scholarship community, be a part of our GHS graduates' futures, and be a part of Grinnell Newberg Dollars for Scholars. Please consider sponsoring a senior scholarship. Go Tigers!
And good evening and welcome everyone to Tiger Sports Livestream Network broadcast of high school girls soccer tonight. We are doing boys games as well if you check that out on our Facebook page. Chris Jr. here with you tonight alongside Dan Walker, and glad to have you along on this rainy evening. And yes, soccer. Last time we were on the air we were doing basketball. Now we took a bit of a break and it's spring sports and we're doing some soccer games for you. Tonight the Grinnell Tigers host the Newton Cardinals. Newton comes into the game 2-1 overall. This is their first conference game. Grinnell is 2-0 overall, 1-0 in the conference, and we have a lot of great sponsors and people to thank, Dan, that help make this broadcast possible.
Yeah, tonight we're lucky to have sponsors: Pollyi's Pizza, West Finch Auto Plaza, Grinnell Mutual, excuse me, our Grinnell Newberg Dollars for Scholars, the Dairy Barn, and then we have one politician, but it's a good friend of mine, Sarah Smith, running for House. So those are our sponsors for the evening, and then our not necessarily quarter sponsor, but it's Brent Nickel is our. In soccer, you call it quarters or periods?
It's periods. It's actually halves, I believe. They go
in halves?
One half and two halves, so yep.
So Brent Nickel is our sponsor for that, and then at halftime we'll run through our sponsors again. But, again, they help us bring this broadcast to you for free, and we put a shout-out to them every night and every day that we do a broadcast.
And I'm absolutely thrilled to be doing this game. I've followed football and basketball and baseball, softball most of my life, and then some volleyball. And just recently got into soccer here in the last few years, watching the World Cup. And in college, I saw how popular it was. And we are set to go here. Newton starts with the ball first there in the white uniforms with the black lettering, with the red trim around the letters. Grinnell, of course, in their home black with the white numbers. And looks like Audrey Roush set to kick it in, and here we go. We are underway. 2 40-minute periods with a halftime break. Newton trying to get the ball advanced, blocked out of bounds by Grinnell. Newton will have a throw-in.
Which if it seems extremely quiet, because as everyone knows, it is raining, and tonight you're going to be kind of seeing it through a blurred glass just because I don't want to expose the camera out there. We have some other options we're going to be working on. The school has a huddle camera you could use, but tonight we're going to actually just go off a real camera right through the glass.
Newton had the ball. Tigers get a steal, and Tigers in control. And then an errant pass is picked off by Roush. And Newton, she tries to go the other way, blocked out and kicked out by Grinnell. Now Tigers going the offensive, chasing down is Ivy Schmidt. She has the ball. She works her way around. Ivy Schmidt moved into goal. She crosses over. Might have another shot. She gets a foot on it. And, good defense by Newton there. That's number 30, Madison Altemeyer, stopping Ivy Schmidt. And Dan, she made a couple of great moves to get past the Newton defense. Grinnell still on the attack. They stole it right back, and the kick goes out of bounds off of the Tigers. So Newton will have a goalie kick. Just underway here, no score between Grinnell and Newton. Again, 2 40-minute periods with, I believe, a 10 to 15-minute halftime break.
I think 10 minutes is what Chris Kaufman told
me
to prepare for.
Yes. Newton's goalkeeper is Aurora Nearing. She boots it out of there. Almost to midfield. Little tussle for it, and Grinnell to maintain control. Kicked out of there by Sydney Miller. Over now, taking control by the Cardinals. Now, Sydney Miller on the attack. Gets it poked away. Nice defense by the Cardinals that time. Right back to Grinnell, though. Tries to get a centering pass. That was Shiloh Smith. Tried to center it. Blocked out by Newton. Newton trying to maintain control, and just maintaining control for the Cardinals is Stella Allen. Sophomore brings it up ahead to Roush. Pass is too far, though, stolen away by Grinnell, but then that pass got away from Grinnell and kicked out by Newton. And Grinnell didn't get the ball cleared, and Newton in his foot race with the Tigers. And it goes out of bounds off Grinnell. Newton has to throw and quickly throwing the ball in and try to attack. Over now to Roush. She's the leading goal scorer for the Cardinal. She has 6 goals on this young season. Kicked out of bounds by Grinnell. Newton throws it in. And here we go. Over now to Morgan Peterson. Chased down by Riley Plowman. And kicked out of bounds. Her pass was blocked out of bounds by Grinnell. Once again, Newton with a throw-in. The unique thing about soccer is, Dan, is technically if the ball stays in play, you can have 40 minutes of continuous action. If nobody gets hurt and the ball stays in play, they're constantly running. That is just incredible to me, the stamina these athletes need to play this game. Tigers on the steal, trying to get it to Ivy Schmidt, just a little too far, stolen away by Newton. Ivy trying to control it and just gets it. Let's see, they are pointing towards Grinnell, so Ivy Schmidt gets the ball in. Over now to McKenna Smith, back over to Shiloh Smith, and now Tasha Eicher is trying to chase it down, but kicked away by Newton and cleared out of the zone by the Cardinal. Tigers will have a throw-in on the far side.
Well, and you bring that up, Chris, when you think about it, any sport that's ever on the football field or basketball court, the basketball court is isolated, same thing, you're running full distance, you got 10 people out there back and forth. Football field, we typically think about, we have 4 plays or a set of 4 plays that we'll run. And, yeah, you may have one big play, but that's 1 or 2 people that make that distance run. Here you have basically the whole group that's out there going back and forth except for the defenders that got to sit at your halfway point.
Tigers play the ball in after a good catch by Olivia Renzi, the Tiger goalkeeper. Gets it down the field. Tigers on the attack. Could not quite chase it down over there. Can't quite see the number from here. Looks like number 1, Taja Eicher. And they give the throw to Grinnell. Okay. Over now into McKenna Smith. She tries to get something done with it. Kicked over now to Sydney Miller. Sydney tries to center it to Ivy Schmidt, but kicked away by the Cardinal. Now brought back in on shot on goal there by Shiloh Smith. Stopped by the Cardinal goalkeeper. That's Aurora Nearing.
Ooh, kind of a misfortune by Grinnell. They weren't really paying attention. I guess they're going to let him re-kick it. She kicked it right in the back of her own player.
Oh, okay. Good spot. I didn't see that. So Tigers do get a kick here. Or does no Newton?
Oh, it's going to be a penalty kick out.
Yep, kick out by the goalie. So Cardinals played in. Oh, the ball gets passed. Now it's a foot race, and there goes Newton flying downfield. Great speed, Riley Ploman. She controls it, but it's out of bounds. Blocked off Vahilo Hausberger. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And Cardinals played in. That time the pass errant goes off Cardinal, and Tigers get the throw in. Lauren Pease set to throw it in for the Tigers. Nice long throw down to Ivy Schmidt. Ivy tries to bounce it and gain control. Poked it off of Newton. Let's see. Oh, they say it went off of Grinnell. Not so sure about that. Throw in stolen by the Tigers, though. And they try to kick it out there to start an offense, but the kick gets away. Looked like one of my wedge shots. Just kind of got away from him and went way farther than it's supposed to, and Cardinals play it in. Early on, Dan, I see Tigers' defenses, and Newton has a lot of speed, but Tigers are effectively really denying any type of entry to get anything started on the offensive end. Now Newton's playing it in. Good defense again by the Tigers. Kicked away by Sydney Miller. Poked down there by Aurora Nearing. So she was the goalkeeper. So I need to find out who our goalkeeper was. My apologies, Tiger Sports Livestream Network listeners. Tigers to throw it in. We will get that for you.
I think that's Olivia Renzi, isn't it? Our goalkeeper.
Well, no, yeah, for the Cardinals, I'm saying, because the one I was saying was goalie. She's out here in a defender position. Now the Tigers blocked the throw in. Now it's kind of a big scrum, and the ball's kicked loose. Here goes Ivy Schmidt after it, and Nuring for the Cardinal going after it. Last touch by Grinnell, I believe. Let's see. They do give the throw in to the Cardinals. Now blocked up there by Sydney Miller. Ivy Schmidt tried to control it. Over now to Taylor Smith. Taylor in a tussle with it with a Cardinal defender. Kicked over there to the center. Back over now to Shiloh Smith. Shiloh in a battle. And now kicked down by the Cardinals. Ball loose again. Cardinals kick it back to Nuring, and she goes to kick it, but again, to use my golf wedge analogy, that one went off the side of the foot, out of bounds. Tigers with a throw in. Lauren Pease to throw it in for the Tigers. 33 minutes left to go. First period here. No score between Grinnell and Newton on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Glad to have you along on this rainy Tuesday evening for Tiger Girls Soccer. Tigers now try to get something going. Newton's defense, again, I said Grinnell's defense was there. Newton's defense has just been as good. Here's a long kick out. We got a race out. Riley Ploman has control deep. Tigers recover, and ooh, she kicked it right off the Tiger defender. Took that one right in the stomach. That's Vahilo Hausberger. Good defense by the Tigers. Newton plays it in. Bryn Kazet now tries to kick it down. Over to their big goalkeeper or goal scorer, Audrey Roush, denied away by the Tigers. She has two Tigers really kind of marking her. One in particular, Kay Widener, is really going wherever Roush goes, Widener's going. Now there's a shot on the goal, and they get it past the Tigers for a goal for Newton. Kind of an errant kick, kind of deflected off a player, got past the goalkeeper Renzi, and Newton strikes first, and they lead 1-0. So Cardinals score first. Tigers are coached by head coach Brad Hall and assistant coach Morgan Collum. Newton Cardinals coached by head coach Abby Lamont and assistant coach Susan Altmeyer. All right, Ivy Schmidt looks like set to put it in play for the Tigers once they get the whistle from the official. And here we go. Ivy puts it in play. Back to Lauren Pease. Or correction, that's Taylor Smith. Smith now. Over to Hausberger. Ooh, nice defense. Almost had a run out there. Good play by Lauren Pease there. There's a Newton player. Natalie Fries about ready to run down with a run out, and good deflection by Lauren Pease stops that attack. Tigers try to advance the ball, but kicked away by the Cardinals. Bryn Kazet knocks it out of bounds. Grinnell with a throw-in. Throw-in now over to Sydney Miller. She tries to get control back to Lauren Pease. Lauren looking to maneuver through traffic. Picked off by Newton and still going strong. Hausberger and Kazet kind of tussling for it. Over now to Sydney Miller. Over to Lauren Pease. Gets it in the middle now to McKenna Smith. Gets past her. Newton picks it up, and now Newton on the attack. Blocked down by Newton. I imagine traction might be at a premium on a field like this. You don't want to probably plant and cut too much. You might find yourself on the ground.
It's kind of nice to see it start in the green, though.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, and Ivy Schmidt had to run. There goes Ivy. She got the ball away. She's trying to get around somebody and make a move past the Newton defender. She kicks it over to the middle to Sydney Miller. Miller now looking. Tries a shot, blocked out of there by Newton and controlled by the Cardinal. Nice block that time, sacrificing the body. Took one right off the shoulder. That was 21, Aurora Nuring. Tall defender for the Cardinal. Lauren Pease intercepts that attack attempt by the Cardinal. She kicks it down to Ivy Schmidt. Goes off Ivy's leg out of bounds. I believe this will be a throw-in for Newton. Yes. Ivy couldn't quite control it there, and the Cardinal will throw it in. 30 minutes left to go here, first period. Newton leads the Tigers 1-0. Grinnell Tiger Girls Soccer on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network on YouTube. Tigers played in. Miller now gets it down to McKenna Smith. Jostling with Nuring. And Smith tries a shot on goal. Pretty easy pickings for the goal, although it did take kind of a funny hop there. She had to kind of short hop it and had to drop real quick to get it, but she made the save. So 2 shots on goal for the Tigers, but nothing to show for it. Newton has 1 shot on goal, and they got it home, and they lead 1-0. Cardinal now to play it in. Over now to Estella Allen. Allen now has it knocked away. Nice defense that time by the Tigers. I believe that's Mariah Van Ersville. Hard to see the number from here, but it looks like number 12.
Yes, it is.
So nice job by them. And the ball goes out of bounds. And it's one thing you notice, soccer fans, unlike in the World Cup or those bigger matches, there's nobody circling the field to toss the ball right away. The players have to go chase it down. So we have a little bit of stoppage here while they go chase that down. And Lauren Pease set to throw it in. Again, thank you very much for joining us on this rainy Tuesday night for girls high school soccer. All right, Grinnell trying to mount an attack here. Newton, defense very good. Now Newton tries a long ball. We got a run out by the Cardinal in control. That is Alex Garvis. She's moving down position. She had somebody crossing, but Renzi knocks down the crossing pass, and that's a good thing, Dan, because that score for Newton was wide open had that pass got through. Now Tigers on the attack. Sydney Miller gets the ball poked away from behind. Now she re-intercepts it. Back over now to McKenna Smith. Over to Miller. And what do we have here? Blew the whistle pointed towards Grinnell. Maybe like a high leg kick or something. They got their foot up too high or maybe an arm up.
Yeah.
Handball or bat hit off an arm or something. They don't give any signal. They just blow the whistle and point. So there's some violation on Newton, and Grinnell will play it in. Now we're going to the sideline here. On the Cardinal bench, the referee's asking for
maybe a dark. Oh, it's because she don't really have a dark. She has a dark jersey just like the rest of the Grinnell Tigers. Yeah. So they're going to ask her to put a jersey on to give her a little differential.
Yep. Which that is in the rules. The goalie has to be. That's why the goalies wear different colored jerseys at all levels. They have to be differentiated between the players in the field of play.
Have that wild color. A lot of them have bright greens and.
Looks like number 1 Taylor Mackey is in goal for the Cardinal, number 1. So we'll make that notation. I said I would get it to you. Better late than never. And that shot by the Tigers goes wide and kicked out. And Mackey will give it off to Nuring, and she will boot it. Waiting for Newton to kick the ball out of there. And there she goes, almost to midfield. Newton knocked down by Shiloh Smith now. Taken out by McKenna. Pass blocked by Newton. Again, good defense by the Cardinal. Header back by Taylor Smith. And McKenna's trying to chase it down. There's 3 Smiths out there, folks, so I'll try to give you the main number. And, ooh, there's a collision there between a Tiger and a Cardinal. Referee says play on.
Football on the football field.
Madison Altmeyer and Shiloh Smith. And Madison Altmeyer got the worst end. She got knocked down, but they say play on. And my understanding is pretty much anything goes if you're going for the ball. You can't take a hand and shove, but if you hit shoulders or hips or bodies and you're both, in the opinion of the referee, going for the ball, they let it go usually, is my understanding. I would never be able to play soccer because I would come in and take somebody out and be like, what? What did I do? So
Not like rugby.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's just a bad visual of seeing me play soccer. Or thinking of visualizing me playing soccer. That just does not work. Like an empty set in math, it doesn't exist. All right, Tigers get a break off of Newton. The ball goes off of Cardinal. They play it in. Now Ivy Schmidt on a run out, trying to get around the corner, but again, Cardinal defense right there as they've been all along. And I said that Grinnell had somebody kind of shading Audrey Roush, the Cardinal goal scorer. Well, Newton really has somebody keeping an eye on Ivy Schmidt as well. Just like in basketball, if you do a box and one or something like that, you tell a person, you face guard this person. That's, in a small way, what both defenses are doing to the main goal scorers for their respective teams. Again, Van Ersveld blocks it away. Oh, they said the one off of Cardinal, so Grinnell will get a throw in. Van Ersveld throws it in now. Over to, it's like Taja Eicher. Newton pokes it away, but back there is Lauren P. She gets it over now to the side to Eichner. Eichner tries to work her way up the side, and she has a little bit of room. Oh, gets it past, but it went out of bounds, and they are pointing towards the Cardinals, so Newton will get a throw in. 25 minutes, 30 seconds left to go here in this first half. Newton leads Grinnell 1-0. High school girls soccer on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Again, many thanks. And tip of the hat to our sponsors who help bring this broadcast home, make it possible. Doesn't look like it's raining any moment right now, but as we have heard the forecast for later on tonight, second half especially, it could be raining pretty good.
Yeah, and right now the Thursday game doesn't look much better.
Yeah. And then all next week is supposed to be 60s, so we can hang on to that one last gasp of this stuff, and then we can go, uh-oh, Newton gets past the Tiger defense and gets a shot on goal over everybody. That was number 30, Madison Altmeyer, taking a shot. Nice little move to get around the Tiger defense. Had a good look at it, but just kicked it high over the goal, and Tigers with the free kick by the goalie. For the Tigers, that's Olivia Renzi, sophomore goalkeeper. So Renzi to boot it out of there. Kicks it on the ground right to Newton, right to 25, Bryn Kazit. Kazit now has it knocked away by the Tigers. Kicked upfield by Grinnell. Trying to get a pass down to Roush. Over to Kazit. Kazit trying to get it down to Roush. But they're chasing her. Uh-oh, the goalie's out of the net, and oh my goodness. Roush had a point blank. Renzi tried to go for the ball. She slid on the ground, Dan, to go for it, tried to grab it. She missed it. And Roush had a wide open net, and she had a shot, but she booted it high and wide and puts her hands on her head. An opportunity there for the Cardinal. And Grinnell, as they say, dodged one. Now set to kick it in for the Tigers on the free kick. McKenna Smith, looks like. Gets a good boot down to Newton, blocked down by the Cardinal player. Keeps it in bounds. Nice play by Newton. And Hosberger battling with it. Now we go over to Bridget Blanchard, who's in. Blanchard tries to get it back over to Kazit. Kazit almost steals it away. Good defense by the Tigers there. Passing it up ahead now. Over to Taylor Smith. Taylor trying to work, and it goes out of bounds off Newton. They say Tigers get the throw in. Quickly throws the ball in. Trying to hit Shiloh Smith. Knocked down by Newton and taken away. Newton with control. Back to the Tigers. And kind of back and forth here we go. We'll see. Now they get it over to Ivy Schmidt, but boy, she has two Newton defenders on her. So, as we said, they're not going to let Ivy Schmidt go beat him, and that kick skids out of bounds on the wet turf, and Newton will have to throw in. Rory Nuring with a throw in now. Tries to get it down to Ivy Schmidt, blocked out by the Tigers. Trying to get the pass down to Ivy, and it goes off of Newton, so Tigers do get the throw in. Ivy Schmidt set to throw it in. She tosses it in now over to Sydney Miller and Bridget Blanchard, and her kick is knocked away by Newton, and Newton has a run out now. Roush on a run out. Kay Widner is spotting her, and Roush and Widner battle for it, and it goes out of bounds. Let's see, and they point towards Grinnell. And we have a whistle and a substitution coming in now for the Tigers. I know Mariah Van Ersveld is coming out. I can't see the number, the old ponytail blocking the number trick.
You know, that was something that watching the women's NCAA tournaments, that hair just always on the back. Looked like number one.
Number
is who
one
came in.
Yep, Tasha Eicher. So the other young lady I've been calling Tasha Eicher, that is not her number, unless there's two number ones out there. I highly doubt that. So I will have to look through my good eye and make sure that I get the numbers right. Now the downfield to Ivy Schmidt. She's in a foot race with Nuring. Schmidt's going to win that race. Oh, Nuring. And Ivy Schmidt just pushed her down, and they may have a call. Yeah, you can see that. Ivy trying to get around it, and I don't think she pushed her down. I think she tried to put her hands up to avoid a collision, and the Newton player fell down, but Newton gets a throw in. My point is I don't think it was anything intentional or malicious. I think she just was trying to avoid a collision and got tangled up. Now Cabot trying to circle it back. She kicks it back towards the middle. Nobody was there for Newton. Now Smith gets it down to Schmidt. Schmidt on the kick through, but Nuring back there just waiting. Anything gets close. Nuring. Oh, and Tigers missed it. Hosberger missed it. We got a run out now. That is Riley Plowman now. Stolen away. Nice defense that time by McKenna Smith. She gets it upfield to Shiloh Smith. And Shiloh, it goes out of bounds. Looks like it went off of Newton. Let's see. Nope, Newton's going to play it in, so off Grinnell. Now Cardinals have a substitution. Coming in for them is Estella Allen. Number 4 going out is number 14, Brooklyn Couples. So Allen in for Couples for the Cardinal. 20 minutes left to go in the first half, and 20 minutes plus. Newton leads Grinnell 1-0. Tigers looking to attack here. Ooh. Haven't not figured out the Newton defense yet. Now Sidney Miller gets it back to. Oh my goodness! Right off the face. Oofda. And we have a timeout, a stoppage of play, and she went right down, and the Newton player came up. Madison Altmeyer just trying to clear it and hit right off the face of the Tiger player.
Let's go to commercial.
No defense for that, and we'll be back in a moment. This is Grinnell Soccer on Tiger Sports Livestream Network.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, third generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polleisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Maid and Broad Street.
The Tiger Sports Livestream Network is brought to you by Polley's Pizza.
And that's Bridget Blanchard coming up, and looks like it might have caught her right on the nose. And anybody who's ever had a shot to the nose, whatever it is, soccer ball or otherwise, it makes your eyes water, your nose run, and it stuns you for a bit. It really does.
And her dad got a front row seat view there.
So hopefully she'll be okay and be able to come back in for the Tigers. And now we are set to resume play. Newton will have a free kick, I believe, close to the spot where the official was. Well, the ball was kicked off the face, and it came back. When he blew it dead, it's right back here in the Tiger offensive end. So it looks like Nuring for the Cardinals set to kick it in. Cardinal coach Abby Lamont's telling people to get downfield, and here's a long pass down. Skip by the Tiger defense. Over now is Kazan. Goes out of bounds, but it was off Grinnell. So Newton quickly throws it in over to Cabot. Cabot now trying to center back around over to Altmeyer. Altmeyer looking for Roush. That ball goes in past Roush and scooped up by Renzi, the goalkeeper. She slings it in to the Tiger field of play. And Newton again right there on their defense. Good knockdown by Grinnell. Now a pass cross the field rather. Untouched by the Tigers. Off Grinnell, so Newton gets a throw in. Stella Allen throwing the ball in. Now Kazit for the Cardinal. Kicking it in, goes out of bounds off of her, and the Tigers will throw it in. 19 minutes and change to go here in the first half. Newton leads Grinnell 1-0. Ivy Schmidt now gets control over to Nuring, blocked out by Nuring, out of bounds off. Oh, they say it was off Ivy. Ivy trots back, so no funny look there, so must have been, and Cardinals throw it in. Allen on the throw-in. Over now to Kazit. Blocked by Miller. Kazit regains control. Now she starts her attack. Down the left side to Plowman. Plowman trying to get it back to Kazit. Kazit with a shot. Couldn't tell if that was a shot on goal perhaps from that far out or maybe a pass.
Well, she kind of had a disgruntled look on her face after she got done. So I think, but you know, that ball is probably getting pretty slick if you go to target one direction.
And, you know, as you know, when you go to kick, you have to plant the trail foot that you don't kick with, and that footing could be getting a little more dicey as things go along. There's a shot on goal and just misses the goal. Renzi had the good angle. It was high up over her head, and couldn't tell if she got a piece of it and punched it out of there. But anyway, sails over the goal, and Renzi, or rather the Tigers, to kick it in. Looks like that is hard to tell the number here, kicking it in. Good boot right out to midfield. Knocked down by Ivy Schmidt. And Schmidt trying to gain control. Gets a pass, Nuring. That's doing something. Schmidt has it there. Almost had a shot, but now the Cardinal defense rallies. And over now to Newton. They booted out of bounds, though. And Newton lost track where the sideline was. She's smiling. She says, yeah, okay, my bad. Tigers with a throw in. Miller now gets it over to Schmidt. Tries to get it back to Miller, knocked away by Newton. That is Estella Allen on defense. And now kicked down there by Lauren Pease. Going to end up being not really a shot on goal, but an easy save for the goalkeeper, Taylor Mackey. Mackey now to boot it out of there. Gets it all the way out to midfield. Nice punt. Knocked down by Smith. Over now to Miller. And let's see, they point towards the Cardinal for the throw-in. Cardinal throw it in. Only goal scored by Newton in about the first couple of minutes of the match. And they lead 1-0. 16:41 left to go in the first half. Now Newton trying to get an attack, but Tigers swarming around the ball. Trying to piece something together. Here goes Kazza trying to look for Roush. Oh, gets it out ahead of her. Now it's a race, but, ooh, that was probably closer than Coach Brad Hall wanted. Renzi did get the ball there, but another half second and Roush would have had it and had an open look. But nonetheless, a good save by Renzi. And Tigers played in. Now Pease looking to get it down court to Schmidt, downfield to Schmidt, rather. Schmidt passed her, knocked away by guess who? Nuring, who's been there all game long. Anytime Ivy Schmidt's tried to go, Nuring has been right there to knock it away. Ball's trying to kick out by Newton, by Morgan Peterson, blocked away by Miller, partial. Now back to Schmidt. Schmidt working, trying to get the ball ahead and racing down for the Tigers. Ooh, the ball's loose. Oh, and there's a collision there. She's trying to go for the ball. And that was Taylor Smith. She tried to slide and kick the ball. Took out the goal again, just making a play on the ball. But that is a foul. So Newton will kick it in. Nice effort by Smith trying to beat her there and dive and do what she could to get there, but just not about a half a step late. Nuring now to kick it in for the Cardinal. And here we go. Cardinal now. Kazza boots it over her head. Nice little kick there. Headed down by the Tigers. Now we got a run out. And here goes Plowman. She's out ahead of the thing. And then, ball gets past her. Overruns the ball. Picked up by Pease. Back don't come the Cardinal. Kazza has it now. Trying to look for Roush. Roush trying to circle around. And there is Renzi up there to boot it away. Quickly gets the ball back downfield for the Tigers. Goes over the Tiger offensive player's head and goes out of bounds, I believe. Yes. Part of that strategy looks like, I mean, I'm not saying Newton's doing this, but I know when the ball's out of bounds, they kick it really hard to make it go far because, again, as I said, there's nobody there to chase the ball down. Right. So that gives time for your defense to recover instead of just letting it roll out of bounds and Tigers getting a quick throw in. They boot it out, so they have to chase it down and giving their defense time to recover. Tiger goes down here. Let's see. There is a whistle. And looks like a foul on the Cardinals. So Tigers will get a free kick. Looks like it's Shiloh Smith set to kick that in for the Tigers. Trying to get it up in the air. Here we go. She boots it up. Looking that time for Ivy Schmidt. Off the goalkeeper's hands. Ball's loose in front of the net. Schmidt tries to regain control. Smith with a kick. Knocked down by Nuring. And the kick across the field. The goalie's down. Now they stop play when it goes out of bounds. Cardinal goalie was down. Not sure what happened there. It was on the kick by Schmidt. I don't know if they collided or what. I couldn't really see. So hopefully she'll be okay. We have a stoppage of play. We'll take this opportunity to let you hear from some of our sponsors as we tell you listen to Grinnell Tiger Girls Soccer on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate, because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real, and Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
I'm Sarah Smith, and I'm excited to share that I am running for Iowa House District 53 in 2022. As a lifelong Iowan and a native of Grinnell, I know the district well, and I have a vested interest in its success. It has been a home to my family for generations, which is why I am eager to learn more from you and support our collective growth. So please follow me, ask me, join me. Visit sarahsmithforiowa.com.
The Tiger Sports Livestream Network is brought to you by Polly Eyes Pizza, West Finch Auto Plaza, Grinnell Mutual, the Dairy Barn, Sarah Smith for House. Thank you to all of our sponsors for the Tiger Sports Livestream Network.
Absolutely helping us make this broadcast possible. Injured player for the Cardinals is their goalkeeper, Taylor Mackey, the sophomore. Looks like a left knee or ankle, and you can see her coming off there. So that puts Nuring back in goal. And no trouble with that jersey differential. That is a neon pink jersey that she's wearing. So, excellent goalkeeper for the Cardinal. But she's also doing a nice job of shadowing Ivy Schmidt, the Tigers' top goal scorer, and keeping her out of the air. So we'll see if that affects any game plan for Newton or who they assign to Ivy.
Again, we do apologize about the rain here. It'd be better if it just start pouring. That way it'd kind of clean the glass off. We just kind of got a steady sprinkle that's just leaving teardrops all the way down the window here.
All right. Kick in, shot on goal, off the bar and back out in the field of play. Tigers trying to control everybody down to the center. Newton does get control. They kick it out. Over now to Scylla Niles. Niles out of bounds off Grinnell. Cardinals with a throw-in. Tigers gain control back quickly. Taylor Smith now with the ball. She boots it down court, rather Newton boots it down court, but knocked back by Lauren Pease. Headed out by Newton. Tigers will have a throw-in. Lauren Pease to throw the ball in. Trying to find somebody open, looking. Now throws it in. Blocked down by the Cardinals. Let's see, kicked out of there. Now Newton gains control. Downfield, out of bounds, off of Estella Allen. And Tigers will get a throw in again. Pease with a deep throw in to Schmidt. Schmidt tries to control it off her leg over to Newton. Now Tigers kick it back deep. It gets past the Cardinal defense. It's a foot race down there. Here comes Schmidt. But getting to the ball first is Newton. Morgan Peterson, she boots it out of bounds. Tigers get a throw in, though. Miller set to throw it in, tries to lob it in to Taylor Smith, over to Schmidt, out of bounds, off of Newton again. Tigers with another throw in. 11:54 left to go here, first period. Newton leads 1-0 on the Tigers. Into Schmidt now. Schmidt has it in the corner, but knocked away. Nicely done by that Newton Cardinal defense. And, boy, there's at least two players around Ivy Schmidt whenever she gets around the ball. You can tell that was a point of emphasis for the Cardinal coaching staff and Coach Abby Lamont. Like in any sport, we'll let somebody else beat us, but not their leading scorer.
They look at those varsity bound stats just like anyone else.
You bet. A pass back to the Cardinal, trying to get it back to reset, and goes off the Cardinals out of bounds, so Tigers will get the throw in. We have a substitution now. Bridget Blanchard, good to see her coming back in here, I think, as soon as they let her go on. The official is talking to Newton's sideline.
I think he's actually clearing with Kelly that the concussion protocol's
protocols.
probably
Okay.
been cleared.
Yep. There you go. And that's always a point of emphasis. Anytime you get any blow to the head.
Let me emphasize protocol that the NCAA men did not follow at all last night.
So Tigers play it in. Over now. Have a shot attempt here. Oh, she slid down. There's that footing. Taylor Smith looked like she was getting ready to strike, and when she went to plant, she just slid down and couldn't get any leverage on it. Now they get it downfield to Roush. Knocked away. Roush still get control. Tigers trying to get it cleared. There's Roush battling with Kay Widner for it. Over now to the middle of the field, and coming up is the Tiger defense. Gets it cleared for a moment. Hosberger gets it knocked away and goes out of bounds, and let's see. Tiger throw-in off of Newton. Sydney Miller tries to control the pass. Over now to the Tigers. Shiloh Smith trying to get control. Wrestled away by Riley Plowman. Plowman now ahead to Roush. Roush now starting her attack run. Gets a shot on it, a boot on it, and again, you're right, Dan. You could tell she was real tentative on that kick when she went to plant.
Yeah.
I think she just looked like she really didn't want to really plant and go full force.
It's probably a two-part. You're worrying about your plant foot's going to go, and can you get that foot position on the ball? Because 9 times out of 10, they're not kicking dead center off their toe. They're kicking off that side, trying to get that feel.
Absolutely. You're right. That's a good way to put it. It's a two-part thing. You have your plant foot you're worried about, then you're worried about your striking foot where it's going to hit the ball. Long pass cleared out by the Tigers. Goes out of bounds. And Newton with a throw-in. Cardinals throwing it in. Nice deep throw-in. Battle between, looks like Scylla Niles there and Hosberger. Over to Newton now. Now Roush has control of it. And here she starts her attack run. Roush trying to get down to the corner, looking for somebody to center to. Gets it up in the air, but it goes all the way across. Nobody touched a little too much air, out of bounds, and the Tigers will, I believe it'll be a throw-in from the sideline there. Let's see. Yep, they're coming over. You only get a goal kick if it goes out of the end line, I believe. So Tigers will throw it in. 8.5 minutes left to go in this first period, first half. Newton leads Grinnell 1-0, scoring in the first minute or two of the contest. Now Schmidt has the ball for a moment, but again, poked away by Morgan Peterson, who looks like she has the honors of shattering wherever Ivy Schmidt goes. Now Newton on the attack, controlled by Allen. Tries to get over to Roush, knocked away by the Tigers, out of bounds, and Newton will have a throw-in. Here come the Cardinals trying to start their attack. Tries to get it to Roush, but there's 2 Tiger defenders, almost 3 around her, and Tigers control and knock it away. Now Grinnell looking to get something going here offensively. Trying to get it down to Ivy Schmidt. And the pass goes wide and out of bounds. And Newton will throw it in. Looks like we have a substitution here for Newton. Coming into the game is Brooklyn Couples. And going out for the Cardinal is number 13, I believe. How about number 17? That is Scylla Niles out. Here comes Roush on the attack. She has a shot, and she gets the goal. Roush got loose, running side by side with the Tiger defender. Could not get out in front to knock the ball away. And Roush, that time, she just planted to let it rip. It was a solid shot.
Yeah, she had nice direction on that one.
And Roush gets a goal. And I believe she also got the first one, too. So she's heading towards a hat trick. They have those in soccer. I know they do in hockey. But Cardinals take the lead now 2-0. Here on a rainy night at TT Craney Field. Tiger Girls Soccer on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Tigers playing it in. Pease with the ball. Tries to center the pass over to Smith. Ball gets knocked away by Newton. Now Newton on the attack once again. Blanchard tries to intercept it off of Roush. Over to Kazit. Kazit back to Roush. Roush gets past the defender. Here she goes again. A high shot over the crossbar. That time she tried to get up and just drop it in. Little top spin and not quite there. And suddenly here Newton's getting all kinds of shots on goal, and they weren't getting many. And here the last few minutes they've probably had 4 or 5 shots on goal.
They seem to like that far side of the field. They make a run, and they just got a little bit better control.
Yeah, I understand why, because Roush, their primary striker, goal scorer, she's right leg. She kicks with the right foot, so you want to be on the far right side so she can swing through and get all that momentum energy into that kick from the right side. A lot harder to. It's like a right arm quarterback rolling left and trying to throw back right. You have to twist your body if you're going to kick to the right from the left hand side. So that explains why that is. And the ball goes off the Tiger defense, and Cardinals with a throw in. Under 6 minutes to go here, first half, first period. 2-0, Newton Cardinal on top. Tigers undefeated so far, 2-0 on the year, including 1-0 in the conference. Newton 2-1 overall, and this is their first conference game. Throw in blocked out by Grinnell. Oh, actually, they said it went off a Newton player, so Tigers get the throw in. Ball bouncing around now. Smith trying to get it, and she's knocked down, gets up. Ivy Schmidt wrestling the Newton Cardinal defender for it, trying to get it back. Over now to Hausberger, over to Miller, goes past her. Cardinals trying to swarm on it. Tigers suddenly with a burst of energy here. Ivy Schmidt trying to maintain it, gets it back now to Pease. Pease over to Hausberger. Hausberger couldn't quite control it, goes out of bounds, and Cardinals with a throw in. Tigers had a bit of a burst there. Looked like trying to get something started. Here comes Ivy Schmidt. She picks it off. Ivy trying to go around, and it's booted out by Newton off of Morgan Peterson, the senior defender. Miller throws it in. Trying to get to Schmidt. Schmidt battling Peterson for it. Gets it through there. And trying to get down there for the goal, potential goal was Taylor Smith. Poked away by Newton. And both players went down, and let's see here. They stopped play for Taylor. What are they doing? They're waving the coaches out. So Taylor went down hard. She tried to get a kick towards the goal. Slid down. They stopped play for her. They didn't motion the coaches to come out if they wanted. So let's see. I think Coach Brad Hall is going to sub in Van Ersveld just to make sure. I'm not sure if it's in basketball, Dan. I know in basketball, if they stop the play because of an injured player, you have to come out. I'm guessing that might be the same rule as soccer, because here comes Taylor Smith out for the Tigers. She's walking slowly over here. Kelly Rose comes up, athletic trainer for the Tigers, to check her out, and play resumes. There's no foul or penalty call, so Newton will get a free kick by the goalie. Again, that is Aurora Nuring. Can't miss her, that bright pink jersey. Gets it out to the middle field. Miller, Bridget Blanchard rather, misses it. And so does the Newton Cardinal player, but now Newton gets control of it. Peterson now over to Estella Allen. Goes out of bounds off of Allen. Tigers throw it in. Lauren Pease quickly in there to scoop it up. Quickly gets it in, trying to get to Schmidt. Knocked away by Peterson. Looks like she took one right off the face or the forehead there. Kind of stunned her a bit, but she's okay. Van Ersveld tries to get it around, booted out of there by Newton. Now Roush on the attack, trying to gain control. Gets it over now to the middle, but cleared out by Grinnell. People might think there's a lot of action in the center, not much scoring, but if you look at soccer and you start to understand the complexity of it, you know, every play is just this close, razor thin close to being a breakaway or an offensive threat. And literally, it's a game of steps and inches. You know, we talk about somebody just a half step late or a second late. They literally are, from that being a run out towards a goal potential or a good defensive play. And that's what makes it exciting. Now Roush trying to go downfield with it, or rather that's Kazit, excuse me. He gets blocked out by Grinnell to stop that advance, but the Cardinal will throw it in. Coming up on 3 minutes left to go here in the first half. Newton leads Grinnell 2-0. Tiger Girls Soccer on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Newton tries to get the ball down, goes out of bounds with some spin, and Tigers will throw it in. Here comes the Tigers. Shiloh Smith now trying to get over to Sydney Miller. Knocked away by Newton. Tap back to Ivy Schmidt. Over now to Smith. Trying to get up to Van Ersveld. Van Ersveld tried to get it, but she's blocked out by the Newton defender. Nice play by Newton. They just boot it back to their goalkeeper, Nuring. And Nuring is going to go up there and boot it back to midfield. Knocked down by the Cardinal by Kazit. Kazit tries to get it over to the side. A little too much energy on it. And he goes out of bounds, and Tigers will play it in. Now Bryn Kazit coming over to talk to her coach, Abby Lamont, for just a moment. Get some instruction. Now she's back, and here we go. Tigers with a throw in. And get the ball into Schmidt. She's surrounded again by two Cardinal defenders. Schmidt tries to get a long kick away, and he goes wide of the goal. Nuring had it tracked down anyway. And Newton will get a free kick. Yeah, both teams struggled to get shots on goal early on, Dan, and then it went kind of stale for a while. Then all of a sudden, once that Roush scored that second goal, then Newton suddenly had about 4 or 5 shots on goal that either missed or were knocked away, and Grinnell didn't have any. So the Cardinal defense doing its job so far. Tigers with a throw in. Shiloh Smith now gets it in. Blocked away by Newton. Tigers will throw it in. Sydney Miller now to throw the ball in. She tries to get into Van Ersveld, who's in the middle. Van Ersveld trying to circle around, tries to get around past the Newton defender. And let's see, they call a penalty here. I don't know if she grabbed her or what, but the official did call a penalty on Newton. Looked to me like she may have been grabbed, Dan, as she tried to circle around the defender. The defender might have reached out and hooked her or tried to grab her a little bit. So we get a goal kick by Grinnell and knocked down easily by Nuring. Nuring trying to boot it out of there as we're under a minute left, as you can see on your clock. Newton trying to get a strike, an attempt off. So is Grinnell. Cleared back in the far end of the zone. Newton will chase it down. Here comes Van Ersveld giving chase. She gets a hold of it, and she knocks it through and almost gets the ball to go through. Wow. Nuring mistimed that. I don't know if she just batted it away or what, but it went wide, and now Tigers will get a corner kick. They have to hurry. They don't stop it, and there's no stoppage time. They have to get down there. She kicks it in play. Tigers trying to head it. Van Ersveld knocks it down. And there's a shot attempt knocked away by Newton and cleared by the Cardinals. Here comes Hausberger trying to get it back down, and that'll do it.
That's time.
That is the first half with your score. Newton 2, Grinnell nothing. We'll take this break for our fine sponsors of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network, and you are listening to Grinnell Tiger Girls Soccer on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network.
Since 1999, Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars has raised scholarship money for our graduating seniors. To date, we have awarded 1,820 scholarships to GHS graduates. We need you to be a part of our scholarship community, be a part of our GHS graduates' futures, and be a part of Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars. Please consider sponsoring a senior scholarship. Go Tigers!
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollyi, third generation owner of Pollyi's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polyeisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polly Eyes Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate. Because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real. And Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
I'm Sarah Smith, and I'm excited to share that I am running for Iowa House District 53 in 2022. As a lifelong Iowan and a native of Grinnell, I know the district well, and I have a vested interest in its success. It has been a home to my family for generations, which is why I am eager to learn more from you and support our collective growth. So please follow me, ask me, join me. Visit sarahsmithforiowa.com.
Since 1999, Grinnell Newberg Dollars for Scholars has raised scholarship money for our graduating seniors. To date, we have awarded 1,820 scholarships to GHS graduates. We need you to be a part of our scholarship community, be a part of our GHS graduates' futures, and be a part of Grinnell Newberg Dollars for Scholars. Please consider sponsoring a senior scholarship. Go Tigers!
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollyi, third generation owner of Polly Eyes in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polyeisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polly Eyes Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate. Because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real. And Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
I'm Sarah Smith, and I'm excited to share that I am running for Iowa House District 53 in 2022. As a lifelong Iowan and a native of Grinnell, I know the district well, and I have a vested interest in its success. It has been a home to my family for generations, which is why I am eager to learn more from you and support our collective growth. So please follow me, ask me, join me. Visit sarahsmithforiowa.com.
Since 1999, Grinnell Newberg Dollars for Scholars has raised scholarship money for our graduating seniors. To date, we have awarded 1,820 scholarships to GHS graduates. We need you to be a part of our scholarship community, be a part of our GHS graduates' futures, and be a part of Grinnell Newberg Dollars for Scholars. Please consider sponsoring a senior scholarship. Go Tigers!
The Tiger Sports Livestream Network is brought to you by Polly Ice Pizza, West Finch Auto Plaza, Grinnell Mutual, Grinnell Newberg Dollars for Scholars, the Dairy Barn, and Sarah Smith for House. So thank you to all those fine sponsors. And as Chris mentioned, the rain is coming down hard enough that it's starting to clear our window off a little bit. So we got a little bit cleaner of a view. Well, one side is.
At least one side.
And this second period is brought to you by Brent Nickel State Farm.
Still got a bit of time left before they start, and I guess my limited view of soccer, Dan, I mean, Newton, obviously, they know who to go to. Their defense was certainly keyed around Ivy Schmidt, as was ours around their goal scorer, Audrey Roush. And they were able to get Roush free a couple times, and unfortunately, you know, she got the goal home, and they lead 2-0. See what adjustments here are made. I did see that goalkeeper who went down, Tosh, for Taylor Mackey. I thought I saw her like walking around pretty good, so hopefully it wasn't too big, maybe just a little sprain or a little, maybe got kicked in the leg or something, because those hurt. If you get kicked right on the knee or something like that in the big thigh muscle, that can put a hurt on you for a while too. So.
And it was brought to our attention over the halftime that it is very difficult to see the rain-smeared clock, so Chris will keep you updated as the game goes.
Will do. 50 seconds left here in the half. Tigers will start out with the ball. They flop ends.
I think we've had warmer nights of football up here than we had tonight.
Yep. And you know what? In a week or two, we'll be like up here in shorts and a T-shirt, you know, wanting fans on because it'll be so hot. That's just good old Iowa weather. All right. Winding down here. Looks like all the teams are ready. The officials are ready. Just about ready, getting the ball out to play. Ivy Schmidt will trigger it in for the Tigers. And Aurora Nuring, the senior goalkeeper / defender for the Cardinal, is in goal, 0-0. Again, can't miss her. Bright pink, neon pink shirt. And here we go. 40 minutes of action. Second half just about to start here on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Glad to have you along on this Tuesday evening. Chris Jr. with you alongside Dan Walker. Happy to be bringing this one streaming into your homes via the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Grinnell starts off trying to get an attack going. Pass is a little bit wide, knocked down by Grinnell, taking control by Newton. Now quickly into Tasha Eicher. Eicher kicks out of bounds. Cardinals with a throw-in. Allen throws it in now, trying to get it down to Mackey. So now out to the center point, and Kazet with a shot and knocked down by Renzi. Bobbles it, but she scoops it up. Nice save by Renzi. The shot was on target, Dan. Pretty good clean look for Newton.
I got confused. I saw that second ball sitting out there in the back of the goal. I thought it went in.
Ball play kicked back to the goalie, Renzi. Cavett trying to give it chase. Knocked down by Allen. Allen trying to control. Over now to Altemeyer. She boots it down deep. And Kazet with it. Gets it away from Blanchard. Kazet with a long shot right at Renzi. Knocks it down. 2 shots on goal, and we're just about a minute and a half into this for the Cardinal. Not the way you want to start if you're head coach Brad Hall for the Tigers. Cardinals really aggressive on the attack. Here goes Kazet again now. Or rather, Roush over to Kazet. Back to Roush. Trying to get turned around. Pease defending. Running right beside her. Battling for the ball. Goes out of bounds. Let's see. Where'd they point? It's either a corner kick for Newton or goal kick for Grinnell.
They're kind of aiming towards that corner, aren't they?
Yep, they're going goal kick. So it went out of bounds off of Grinnell. So we got a corner kick for the Cardinal. Roush trying to get in there. Get established. Let's see how they play this. Looks like it's Altemeyer going to do the corner kick. There comes the boot up in the air softly. Trying to head it in. Bounced around a couple defenders. Ball's loose in front of the net. And what do we have? A whistle. Official walks in pointing at something, and looks like they called a foul on Newton, so Tigers will get a goal kick. Couldn't see what happened there, Dan, but there was a big pileup, and then all of a sudden blew the whistle. Tigers get the ball out, trying to get it clear. Over now to Schmidt. Schmidt trying to chase it down. Tries to boot it through for a pass to the wing to a Tiger. Not quite there. Cardinals intercept. Trying to get the ball down to Roush. Picked off by Grinnell. Taken out over by Eicher. Eicher trying to get control away from Allen. Eicher to Schmidt. Schmidt tries to pass it to the outside. Passes a little bit off. Goes behind a Tiger player. Out of bounds off Grinnell. And Newton has the throw in. 37 minutes left to go in the match. 2-0. Newton on top here on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Schmidt now battling in the center of the field for the ball. Over now to Shiloh Smith. Taken away by Newton. Intercepted by Ivy Schmidt. Ivy trying to get ahead now to Taylor Smith. Pass a little too far in front. Goes out of bounds. I believe it's off Ivy. Yep, they point towards Newton. They throw it in. Cardinals quickly get it in. Allen trying to chase it down there on the errant throw-in. Taking control by the Tigers. Over now to Widner. Widner tries to boot it back to Schmidt. Schmidt gaining control in the middle. Boots it up in the air. Cardinal trying to gain control now. Put their hand up. Maybe they're trying to say there was a handball, but nothing called, so they play on. Cardinals with the ball now. Bryn Kazet now trying to on the attack for the Cardinal. Poked away nicely by Shiloh Smith. And there goes Ivy Schmidt trying to give chase. Overrun the ball, and Altmaier knocks it down. Kicks it deep into the Newton zone. Off a Cardinal player. That's going to be a Tiger throw-in. Altmaier booted that ball about 35, 40 yards in the air. Nice strong leg by Altmaier. But off a Cardinal player out of bounds, and Tigers throw it in. 35 minutes now left to go in the match. Newton leads 2-0. There comes Kazet. She has a shot on goal, tries to bend it around, and goes wide of the goal. Renzi was in position, but it just sailed wide on her, wide right. So Tigers should play it in. Looks like for the kick is number 30, Abby Spriggs, maybe for the... Nope. Goal kick knocked down by Cardinals. Over now to Shiloh Smith. She's trying to get control. Gets it outside to the wing to her sister McKenna. Now upfield. Past the Cardinal defense. Tigers giving chase, but Altmaier wins the chase down. Being chased down by Taylor Smith. And Altmaier just boots it down out of bounds with that strong leg. Boy, she just like turned and just boot, and it went about 30 yards. Tigers with a throw-in. Lauren Pease is set to throw in for the Tigers. Tries to get out ahead. Down now to Taylor Smith. Taylor tried to get control out of bounds off of her, and the Cardinals will throw it in. Coach Brad Allen telling the Tigers to back up. That throw-in intercepted and knocked down by the Tigers. That was Tasha Eicher. Cardinals throwing it in. Allen with a throw-in, trying to get down now to Mackey off her arm, shoulder, goes out of bounds. Tigers throw it in. Pease quickly in. Try to get it to Schmidt. Over now to Shiloh Smith. On the far side now to Sydney Miller. Miller trying to go downfield, looking for Ivy Schmidt. Ivy Schmidt giving chase. Is she going to get there in time? She does. Keeps it in bounds, but there's two Newton defenders right there. Still Schmidt gets control. Boots it back now to Sydney Miller. Tries to center it out to Taja Eicher. Eicher circling around now. Going down the attack on the left side. Tries to get the pass into the center. Couldn't quite get around it to get it back towards the center. Goes out of bounds. Past the end line, and Newton will have a goal kick. 33 minutes, just under 34 minutes left to go in the match. Newton leads Grinnell 2-0. And let's see. Looks like Nuring is not going to kick it in. Looks like Altmaier. They both have pretty strong legs from what I've seen, so it'll be interesting to see if they ever had a contest who had the stronger leg. Knocked down that time by Smith, trying to get it over to the Tigers. Now we got an attack run by the Grinnell. Taylor Smith trying to circle around the Newton defender, but it goes out of bounds. Again, could not quite get turned around enough to get the ball back to the center. And the Cardinals will do a goal kick. Altmaier again to do the kicking. Deep kick out to midfield, knocked down by Grinnell. That was McKenna Smith knocking it down. Gets it over now on the wing to Miller. Miller trying to get it, look for Schmidt in the center. Had Taylor Smith on a crossing, but knocked away nicely by Newton. So like every time the Tigers start an attack and gets a couple good passes, Newton is there to knock it away there in the perfect spot. Nice job by the Cardinal defense. And head coach Abby Lamont, assistant coach Susan Altmaier. Cardinals now on the attack. Kazet trying to knock it down, trying to find Roush. Roush gets it back to Kazet. Kazet looking ahead to Roush. Roush boots it ahead. Now it's a foot race down. And Renzi there to scoop it up because Roush was closing in again. Woof. Probably too close for Coach Bradhall's comfort, but again, Renzi able to make the play and avert the goal attempt. Tigers just knocked it out of bounds. Newton will throw it in. Now we have a substitution for the Cardinal coming in for Newton. Number 18, Brianna Shannon. That's a freshman. And coming out is number 14. That's Brooklyn Couples. So Shannon in and Couples out for the Cardinal. Newton with a throw-in. Long throw-in, trying to get it down to Kazet. Blocked out by Shiloh Smith, or rather Hausberger. Cardinal will throw it in. 31 minutes, 40 seconds left to go here in this match. Newton leads Grinnell 2-0. Hausberger in control, trying to get it out of the Newton offensive end, the Newton zone. Cardinal take the ball back, but try to get it centered. Nice play that time by Eicher. Eicher gets it over to Shiloh Smith. Shiloh Smith trying to hit her teammate for the Tigers. And now in there is Taylor Smith battling a Newton Cardinal forward. And let's see, they say Newton gets a throw in. Allen throws the ball in. Quickly over to Kazet. Kazet tries to get it back to Garvis, and it goes out of bounds. And Tigers throw it in. Blanchard with a throw in. Long throw in down to Schmidt. See if we can get Ivy undone. No, she is blocked off there nicely by a Newton defender. Again, nice defense by the Cardinal. Ivy Smith just cannot get any room anywhere.
Yeah, they are very physical.
Yes, they are. And again, that's okay. It's a lot of soccer is a lot of judgment call. I think more than any other sport. There's rules, but it all is in the interpretation of the official. If they deem that the play is, making a play for the ball is what I was told, then they usually let it go. And if you don't put any hands out or outright shove, if you use your shoulder or your hips or other things, so, there's contact, that can usually be ignored. Not always, but usually. Off of Grinnell, out of bounds. Cardinals playing it in quickly over to Kazet. Kazet looking to find Roush. She had Roush in the center. Instead gets it back to her teammate. That is Garvis. Garvis kicks it in. Over now to Allen. Allen tries to center it. Knocked away by the Tigers. Now over to Schmidt. And the ball gets loose, and here we go on a run out. But guess what? Here comes Schmidt trying to close in and knock the ball away. Schmidt gains control of it, see if she can get past the defense. She does. Schmidt looping in, trying to get an attack. Puts a shot on goal, and it was just wide. Unlike you, for just a second, I saw that ball sneak in there and move. I thought that was it, but that's the ball at the side of the net for the end kicks, and Newton plays it in. So Grinnell's first shot on goal of the half, and Tigers come up empty. 29 minutes, 39 seconds left to go in the match. Newton leads Grinnell 2-0. Scoring a goal in the first 2 minutes of the match, and then scoring the goal at about the 35-minute mark to take this one. Called a handball on Grinnell, so Newton will get a free kick. Madison Altmeyer, the senior defender, boots it away, up in the air, knocked down by the Tigers. Back to Newton to Kazet. Kazet tried to find Roush, knocked down again by Pease, who stood right in front of Roush and said, nope, you're not getting that one. But Kazet takes it away. She loops it up in the air, tries to get it down there for Roush to run under. But, again, Olivia Renzi gets it in there. Renzi boots it out. Over now to Kazet. Kazet maneuvers around the Tiger defender. Nice move. Over to Roush. Roush back to Kazet in the middle. Back to Roush. Ball's loose. Tigers knock it away. Chased down that time by the Cardinal. Tigers on the offensive end. Here we go. Knocked down. Ball gets loose. Schmidt now trying to run it down. Also running it down is Taylor Smith. A little bit of bumping on the way. We play on. Goes out of bounds off of Newton. And they quickly get it in. There having to be somebody there to throw it in quickly before the Newton defense can get set. Over to Miller now. Her attempt is blocked down by Riley Plowman. And goes off of her out of bounds. Tigers will throw it in again. 28 minutes, 12 seconds left to go here in this match. 2-0 Newton on top of the Tigers. On Tigers Girls Soccer on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Now Kazet makes a long pass downfield. Over now got Roush running with his Pease. Roush in the open field. Roush puts a boot on it. Up and over. Out of play. And Tigers will get the goal kick. You're right, Dan. Every attack Roush has had is from that right side because she has that strong right leg, and that's her dominant side.
That time she came across from center to get to that point.
Yep. It's just like right-handed, left-handed. You know, you try to go to your strength if possible. I'm sure Roush is talented enough she can kick with her left foot, but obviously favors that right side. Tigers knock it away, trying to clear the zone. With it now is Taylor Smith, being hounded by Kazet. Smith gets around Kazet, gets it up ahead now to Shiloh Smith, bumped away by the Cardinals. Over to Ivy Schmidt, back to Blanchard. Blanchard trying to hit Tiger running down the sideline in the pass. Trying to hit Miller. Pass was still in bounds. I thought it went out. They kind of stopped. Oh, Blanchard was trying to knock it down and missed it. Tigers clear it back down to Schmidt. And there's Altmeyer to boot it way up in the air, knocked down by the Tigers. That's McKenna Smith. Tries to boot it back to Schmidt. Schmidt tries to control. Has the ball. She tries to pass it back to Shiloh Smith. Newton there to knock it away. Again, it just seemed like the entire match, every pass Grinnell's tried to make, there's been a Newton defender. Maybe not on the first pass, maybe the second pass, but at some point, a Newton defender's been there to knock it away. Pease now to throw it in for Grinnell. 26 and a half minutes left to go here in the match. Newton leads 2-0. Pease now trying to knock it down, being hounded by Cardinal defender. That's Mackey. Good to see her back in there after getting up from an injury in the first half. Altmeyer knocks it down. Back now to Taylor Smith. Taylor Smith, a big collision. And still some fighting and shoving. And they say play on. Tigers throw it in. Blanchard throws it in now, trying to get it over to Smith. Taylor Smith, rather. I got to say my names because there's three of them out there. Ball goes out of bounds. We have a substitution. Coming in for Grinnell is number 6, Josie Smith. And coming out is number 4, Shiloh Smith. And also in is Mariah Van Ersveld. For the Tigers, replacing Taja Eicher, I believe. Van Ersveld couldn't track down the ball. Goes out of bounds. Newton with the throw in. Now, in addition to the rain coming down, the wind decided, well, you know what? I'm going to get involved. I'm going to pick up. So it's now raining and windy out here. There comes Ivy Schmidt, gets control of the ball. One of the few moments of this match she's had by herself. Ivy on alone takes a long stab at it, knocked down nicely by Naring. Senior goalkeeper says, not that time. Roush trying to get it down. Nuring booted down to Roush, and Pease was right there, just a step ahead of her again. Roush was closing, but Pease did the smart thing, knocked it away, and allowed the Tiger defense to regroup. Roush quickly gets it in to Kazit. Kazit can't control. Knocked away by Miller. Chased upfield, control back by the Cardinal. Back to Kazit. Looking to go cross court, or cross field rather. Knocked out and controlled by the Tigers. Shiloh Smith. Now over to Josie Smith. Smith now to Van Ersveld down the left side, and their sideline, and Van Ersveld can't control. Goes out of bounds. Newton with a throw-in. Substitution for the Cardinals, number 14 in, Brooklyn Couples in, and number 4, Estella Allen out. Ball goes out of bounds off the throw-in. Last touch by the Cardinals, so Newton gets a throw-in. Now the official's pointing. I believe he's saying Grinnell gets to throw it in back where they threw it because it wasn't ever touched.
I didn't know if they were doing a sub or what. Well, they are doing a substitute
They
too.
are doing a sub. Shiloh Smith in, and Blanchard out. Bridget Blanchard, the senior, comes out. Throwing it in is Lauren Pease. Pease trying to get the ball in to Schmidt. Knocked down nicely by the Cardinal, and trying to get to Taylor Smith there, and she's surrounded by 3 Cardinal defenders. Quickly in, and Smith wasn't quite ready for it. Pease throws it in, over down in the middle to Shiloh Smith, trying to get over to Sydney Miller. Here's Schmidt with the ball, trying to get past the 2 Cardinal defenders, which has been what she's seen all night. She's not having double vision. There's always been 2 Cardinals right around her.
Or 3.
Or 3. And the ball goes out of bounds off of Newton. Tigers with a throw-in. Here we go. 23 minutes left to go in the match. Newton leads 2-0 on an absolutely dreadful evening. If you're a parent, I've been where you're sitting across the stands there in Tigerland. If you can see them, there's about probably 20 of them. And I have been at these situations, and it's just, boy, what moms and dads and grandparents do. And if you want to brave the weather, we hope you're listening and watching along here on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network on YouTube. Many thanks to our fine sponsors that make this possible. We'll go through those here in just a moment. At some point, I got to stop and take a breath, and then we can get some sponsors in. 22 and a half minutes left to go in the match. 2-0 Newton on top. Cardinals will play it in. Ball in now, taken by Natalie Fries, a sophomore. Over now to Altmaier. Back to Couples. Play with a pretty good knee brace on. Couples tries to get to Kazit, tries to center it over now to Mackey. Mackey giving chase, not going to get there. Chased down by Kay Widner. Senior tries to center, but Mackey knocks it out. Tigers will throw it in. Lauren Pease will do the honors for Grinnell. And there's the throw-in. Ball down to Taylor Smith. Knocks it up in the air. Tries to get it back to Shiloh. Little shove there. Gets the defender off her and tries to get it across the court to the center. But Kazit right there. Over to Roush. Back to Kazit. Kazit looking for Roush on the side. Here goes Mackey. She'd stopped running for a moment. The pass was out ahead. Mackey trying to get it out and knocked away by the Tigers. Kay Widner with a nice defensive play. 21 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in the match. Newton leads Grinnell 2-0. Cardinals looking for their first conference win. They're 2-0 on the year. This is their first conference game. Kazit now in the middle, trying to get a shot off, surrounded by Tigers. Good defense. Ball's knocked away and cleared out by Grinnell. Knocked down by Altmaier. Over now to Newton on the attack. Right back to Grinnell. And here comes Alex Garvis in, trying to get it to Kazit. Kazit looping around. She boots it around. It ends up being a shot on goal. Roush was running in, but Renzi was there to scoop it up and thwart that Cardinal attack. Ball controlled and knocked down by the Tigers. Over now on the far side. It looks like to Sydney Miller. Sydney Miller trying to get past the defender. She does. Now looking to get it to Ivy Schmidt on a run out. It's a foot race down. Schmidt's pretty fast. Ivy gets there first. Gets a shot over. And it goes wide of the goal. Nuring in perfect position again. Just to make sure that one didn't try to veer in and tuck in the corner.
Yeah, everyone that Ivy's taken a shot on, she's missing it by a foot and a half.
Yep.
And you just wonder if it wasn't raining, would that have any difference?
Yep. And I know that, again, the plant foot's a big part of that, and probably a lot of things. They're just trying to do what they can out here, and not the nicest of conditions. Cardinals now with control. Kazet way back in her defensive end. She's normally in the forward end. Now Newton trying to work it around and get the ball down to Estelle Allen. Oh, they said it was touched by a Tiger defender. Okay. I didn't see that from where I was sitting, but ask anybody who knows me. I'm blind to one eye, I can't see out of the other, so that is not unusual for me to have that happen. 19 minutes, 28 seconds left to go in the match. Newton leading 2-0. Cardinal now with the ball. Here comes Kazet across the middle looking for Roush. Eyeing it up, trying to get around the Tiger defender. Gets past her. Kazet trying to get it in. Van Ersveld steps in. Now we get it over to Couples. Couples with the control back to Kazet. And pass goes wide and out of bounds. Newton trying to get that third goal here. Had a couple of shots on goal, but good defense by the Tigers have knocked it away. Now back to Kazet. Off of her, out of bounds. Tried to clear out by the Tigers. Kay Widner off of Kazet out of bounds. Tigers will play it in. .34 left to go here in the match. Newton leads Grinnell 2-0. Lauren Pease throwing intercepted by Couples. Couples now on the attack to Kazet, or rather to Roush. Back to Kazet. Kazet tries a long shot with some spin, and it gets booted away, or rather spins away from the goal. Missing wide left. Olivia Renzi looked like she had a bead on it and had it measured and watched it go wide. So Tigers will get a goal kick. Booting in for the Tigers. Gets it out towards the middle part of the field, but controlled by the Cardinal. Trying to get it now down to Couples. It was out of bounds, though, off of Couples, and Van Ersveld to throw it in. She gets the ball in. Trying to get to Shiloh Smith. Taken away by Couples. Couples on the attack, looking for Roush. Pease right there, though, to knock it away. Roush had a step, but Pease, again, there alertly to knock it away. Chased down by Estella Allen. I'll get that A on the end there. Try to go cross court to Kazet. She's going to keep it in bounds. Checked by Van Ersveld. Kazet gets around her, puts a shot up. Try to maybe get it up and bend it in, but nothing doing. Out of bounds. Tigers with a kick. Looks like Abby Spriggs is doing the kicking, the goal kicks for the Tigers, number 30. She kind of pokes it in the deep corner to Shiloh Smith. Shiloh trying to go upfield against the Cardinal defense, and let's see. Instead it went out of bounds off of Shiloh, so Cardinals play it in their own end. Kazet trying to control it. Kicks it out, now gets it back to Altmaier. Back to Kazet, out of bounds off Grinnell, blocked away. And Cardinals with the ball. 16:30 left to go here in this match. Newton leads 2-0 over the Grinnell Tigers. There's a ball bat up in the air, kicked up in the air. Renzi watches it go wide left, out of bounds. Tigers with a goal kick. Our next broadcast on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network is this Thursday, weather permitting. It's the boys' turn, I believe.
South Tama.
Yes. Tiger boys hosting South Tama.
Which that will be a first time for the boys to play on TT Craney.
There we go. Parker Custer and boys crew will be on the air at 5:30, a little before that. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I didn't hear a whistle, but Ivy just couldn't help herself. She was going, and that Newton player just appeared, and they smacked, and the Newton player got knocked down. They blew the whistle. That's a foul.
So for all the home soccer games, everything but I take that back. There's 3 soccer matches or games that will not be here at TT Craney, and that's either because of a 8th grade or 7th grade track meet, and I think Grinnell has actually a varsity track meet, and then the very last boys soccer game against Oskaloosa, they'll be starting to tear up the football field for the turf renovations.
All right. There you go. Kazet gets it back now to Couples. Now being controlled by Taylor Smith, trying to get around. That is Alex Garvis, rather. Smith trying to get it through two Cardinal defenders could not do it. Couples gets it down, trying to get to Mackey. She can't handle it. Cleared out by Grinnell. And blocked. Grinnell's pass blocked out of bounds by Newton. Altmaier just boots it way up in the air out of bounds. Tigers will throw it in. Or no, pardon me. Newton gets to throw it in. Cardinals now getting it down. Giving chase, that's Brooklyn Shannon, freshman player. Tigers gain control back. McKenna Smith had it for a moment, lost it. Back now to Kazit. Over now to the Newton player. Looks like it's number 8. Now trying to get it over to her teammate. That is Brooklyn Shannon. Nothing there. And he goes out of bounds, and Tigers will play it in. 14 minutes left to go here in the match. Newton leads Grinnell 2-0. Both goals coming in the first half of play. Substitution in now for the Tigers. Callie Hart, the junior, was out there a moment. She's back in, and Kay Widner comes in for her. Now there's Cavett, again trying to get it to her freshman teammate. Tries a centering pass, knocked down by Van Ersveld, and Van Ersveld blocks it down. Nice play by Van Ersveld there. Newton had numbers in the middle, but Van Ersveld knocks the pass down, so Cardinals throw it in. Quickly and now, Tigers block it away and try to get the clear. Back over to Kazit. Kazit now maneuvers around the Tigers. It's a shot on goal, knocked away by Lauren Pease. Here comes Taylor Smith, trying to get it out of bounds, and let's see. Which way do they point? Looks like Tigers with the throw in. Down to Taylor Smith. She's trying to get control. Tries to boot it backwards. Nothing doing. Alex Garver says, nope, you're not going to do that. Blocks it down. Now Kazit with the ball. Kazit making moves all around everybody. Trying to slide and poke it away. Smith almost had a run out, but controlled away by Newton. Lauren P. steps up. Now over the right side is Sydney Miller. Trying to get up against Estella Allen. Gets it past her, and now Tigers trying to get it downfield. And that is kicked out of bounds by Grinnell. Newton with the throw in. Cardinals now trying to just go back and forth, and it does go out of bounds. And substitution now for the Tigers. Number 1, I believe. Van Ersveld is coming out. Mariah Van Ersveld coming out. Looks like number 4. Shiloh Smith coming in for the Tigers. Again, hard to tell those ponytails. I haven't had hair for about 20 years, so I have no idea what that's like. 12 minutes left to go in the match. 2-0. Newton on top of Grinnell. Here on Tiger Girls Soccer on the Tiger Sports live stream network. Glad to have you along on this Tuesday evening. Chris Jr. here with you alongside Dan Walker. Cardinals just trying to, there's not really a stall, but they're just mainly playing defense. I mean, if they get an opportunity, they're going to take it, but mainly they're kicking the ball out of bounds, just trying to get that clock to run down so they can get back in the warmth of the bus and head home. So Tigers facing the Elements and the Newton Cardinals. And there's Kazit. Really nice footwork by her. Now the Cardinals on the attack. Kazit gets it over now to Shannon. Shannon, the freshman, trying to cross over on the Tigers. Ooh, nice play by Pease. Kind of pokes it away. Trying to get Brooklyn Shannon, the freshman, forward. Trying to get her set up, and Tigers knock it away. Now the Tigers clear it. Oh, it goes past Taylor Smith out of bounds. Cardinals will play it in. Alex Garvis, also a freshman, gets it in. Altmaier boots it hard down through everybody to the goalie. Olivia Renzi picks it up. 10.5 minutes left to go in the match. Newton leads Grinnell 2-0. Now Ivy Schmidt trying to get it loose. Shiloh Smith with the ball to try to get it up. Taylor Smith now trying to get it through over to Ivy Schmidt. Knocked loose. Here comes Taylor Smith. Oh, they missed on it. Cardinals do, but again, running down there for Newton is Altmaier. And she's just going to turn and boot it back towards the center. Knocked down by Blanchard. Blanchard puts her hands up so they can get a foul, and Newton now gets it over to Kazit. Kazit now trying to advance. Has Roush on a run out. Knocked down by Pease. Trying to hit Roush, streaking down the far side, and again, Pease right there. You know, with the exception of 2 times when Roush got the goals, Tiger defense has done a pretty good job of marking her.
Yeah.
She really hasn't had much other than those 2 attempts in which she scores, and so you understand why she's the leading goal scorer for them. Now Kazet gets it back out, just going to clear it out. No, Cardinals are reset. Back down to Kazet. Around Smith. Kazet working towards the middle. Tries to center now down 2. Oh, here we go. Miller with a goal, and she gets it up and in. Over Renzi. It was a bouncing ball, and Brooklyn Shannon gets a goal for the Cardinal. At the 31-minute mark. Or no, I'm sorry. It was not a goal.
It wasn't?
No. They haven't posted it yet, and we're kicking it out, so it must have hit the side of the net and went in. It's hard to tell here, so my apologies. She did not get a goal. Renzi did a nice job, and the shot was wide, just wide right, hit the outside of the net. Now they're trying to get Ivy Schmidt down the middle for a run out, and again, defenders there. Here comes Schmidt coming in, trying to gain control. Ball goes out of bounds, and they say it's Tiger ball. Brad Hall telling the Tigers to hurry to get it in before Newton's defense can gather. Here comes Blanchard trying to throw it in quickly. Gets it in now to Smith. Smith now over to Schmidt. Schmidt in the center trying to turn around to get a attack attempt. And here comes the Cardinal defense, and they clear the zone. Roush giving chase. Pease running down there after 2. Roush still in there. Roush trying to get down and get around it. Can she get to the corner before it goes out? She does not. It'll be a goal kick for the Tigers. 8:20 left to go. Substitution now for Newton. Number 17, Scylla Niles. Coming in, a junior. And coming out is number 12, Brooklyn Shannon. 8 minutes left to go in the match right now. Newton leads Grinnell 2-0. Again, our next broadcast is this Thursday at 5:30 here at TT Crane. The Tiger boys soccer team, head coach Parker Custer's group, will be taking on hosting South Tama. At least right now the forecast is for weather to be worse than this. We'll see. Kazet trying to send over to Roush. Maybe get one last goal for a little icing on the cake. Roush trying to chase it down. Renzi giving chase, and again, by just about a step, Dan, Renzi beats her to the ball. That's, again, what's fascinating to me about soccer. If you really watch it closely, how many close calls there are to having runouts. Like that right there, that pass. Taylor Smith, if that pass could have got through just by a whisker, Smith had a run out all by herself. But instead, it's just tipped away by Newton. And the ball goes out of bounds off of Newton, I believe, and Tigers will throw it in. Tigers got time to get back in this and mount an attack, but Newton defense is just really all over Ivy Schmidt. And the main Tiger goal scorer. And they have really taken that down. Now Tasha Eicher tries to get it around, tries to get turned around on it. Couldn't quite get around to get it down the field much. It goes out of bounds. Newton with a throw in. And that throw in goes out of bounds without ever touching. So Tigers should be able to throw it in back there where the original throwing spot was on their offensive end of the field. Coach Abby Lamont for Newton said, hey, come on, don't relax on this. Get back there and defend. Now Kazet looking for Roush on a run out. She boosts over the right side now, trying to get it out to number 17, Scylla Niles. And the collision that time between Niles, and I can't see that number for the Tigers.
It's Widmer, isn't it?
Yeah, Widmer, you're right. Widner. Good defense by Kay. Gets it out now to the center, blocked away by Smith. And Altmaier says, I'll take care of that, and boot it back down to the corner. Widner giving chase. Tries to get it past the Cardinal offensive player. Still battling for the ball, the two of them. And it goes out of bounds. Let's see. Tigers with a throw in. Nice defense by Kay Widner that time, the senior. She throws it in, gets it now ahead now to Shiloh Smith. Or Taylor Smith, rather. Taylor trying to get it overhead to Ivy Schmidt, but pass was a little bit off and booted it down into the Newton zone and cleared by Newton. Tigers with a throw in. 5 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the match. Newton leads Grinnell 2-0. on a wet and cool and windy night here at TT Cranny Field. Here comes the Tigers. Tasha Eicher had the ball for a second, now kicked over by Garvis. Garvis gets the ball back to Riley Ploman. Ploman kicks it over now looking for Roush, but right there was Bridget Blanchard who clears it out of the zone. But just as quickly, Newton gets it back. Estella Allen now giving chase. Ball goes out of bounds off her. Tigers with a throw-in. Throw-in intercepted by the Cardinals. They got a run out here if they can get to it. Renzi right there to boot it away, just ahead of number 17, Scylla Niles, for the Cardinal. Again, another close call. Renzi that time knocks it down. Shot by Roush. Knocked down by Renzi. Nice stop by Olivia. That had some zip on it. Tigers are playing it in now. Schmidt getting control of the ball. Trying to come back down court. Over now to Smith. Smith tries to boot it ahead, but knocked down by that ever-present wall of Cardinal defenders there. There are 6 defenders back against 3 Grinnell attackers. And what do we got here? Substitution for the Cardinal. Number 1, looks like Taylor Mackey coming in. And coming out is number 14, Brooklyn Couples. All right, play resumes. 3:50 left to go here in the match. 2-0, Newton on top of the Tigers. Cardinals seeking their first conference win. Tigers need to get busy. They're staring down their first loss of the year. Early in the season, though. Ball goes out of bounds off Grinnell. Newton will kick it in. Madison Altmeyer, or rather Aurora Nuring, the senior goalkeeper. Again in the bright neon pink. Have to ask her coach where the batteries go in that thing to make that thing light up like that. That is bright. Knocked down by Pease off of Nuring's boot. Over now to Shiloh Smith, trying to get control. Pokes it through, gets over to Tasha Eicher, but Eicher's centering pass knocked away by Newton. Trying to get over to Widner. She can't get it. Cardinals throw it in. Nillis throws it in, trying to get it to Roush. Pease there to block off Roush's attack attempt. Roush turns around. May have a shot on it. There's a shot, and just poked away by Renzi. Nice job. That ball was spinning away. Roush thought for a second she had a goal, and so did I, but Renzi reaches out with that opposite hand and just pokes it away, saving the goal. Cardinal trying to get, as I said, a little icing on the cake here. 2:20 left to go in the match. Newton up 2-0. And Cardinals with the throw-in. Down to Kazit. Headed out of there by the Tigers. Lauren Pease gets it up in the air. And there's a foot race if Grinnell can get to it. Here come one of the Tiger players over. But Garvis reaches it for the Cardinal and knocks it out of bounds. Coach Brad Hall quickly gets the ball to one of his players for the throw-in, and here we go. Throwing the ball in for the Tigers. And let's see. He said it went out of bounds off of Newton, rather, so Tigers get the throw in. There goes the ball, a kick on goal, and Nuring right there. That's about Schmidt's maybe second shot that's actually on goal. She's had about 4 shots, and 2 of them were on goal, and Nuring right there to scoop it up. Minute 20 left to go here in the match. Newton leading 2-0. Tigers trying to have time to get one more good run going here. As the ball is down on the Newton end, trying to get it around Newton. Let's see. Still inbounds. Battle going for it between Scylla Niles, and McKenna Smith. Ball down in the deep corner. A kick shot hits the side of the net out of bounds. And it'll be Grinnell on a goal kick. 50 seconds left to go in the match. Barring an absolute miracle, Newton going to go to 3-1 on the season, 1-0 in the conference. Grinnell will suffer their first conference loss here. They will go to 2-1 and 1-1. 2-1 overall, 1-1 in the conference. There's Kazet trying to maneuver around. Nice, fancy footwork. I'm impressed with Bryn Kazet. She has good footwork, gets the ball around, had a shot, but just tipped away, blocked away by a Tiger defender. And that's probably going to do it. 15 seconds left to go. Newton not in any hurry. They are trying to get one last corner kick. Here comes the ball, and the corner kick in. Headed out of there by Grinnell. 6 seconds left. The centering pass blocked away by Grinnell, and that will do it. That is your final. Newton defeats Grinnell 2-0. And you're listening to Tiger Girls Soccer on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, third generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polleisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Maid and Broad Street.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate. Because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real. And Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
I'm Sarah Smith, and I'm excited to share that I am running for Iowa House District 53 in 2022. As a lifelong Iowan and a native of Grinnell, I know the district well, and I have a vested interest in its success. It has been a home to my family for generations, which is why I am eager to learn more from you and support our collective growth. So please follow me, ask me, join me. Visit sarahsmithforiowa.com.
Since 1999, Grinnell Newberg Dollars for Scholars has raised scholarship money for our graduating seniors. To date, we have awarded 1,820 scholarships to GHS graduates. We need you to be a part of our scholarship community, be a part of our GHS graduates' futures, and be a part of Grinnell Newberg Dollars for Scholars. Please consider sponsoring a senior scholarship. Go Tigers!
The Tiger Sports Livestream Network is brought to you by Polley's Pizza, West Finch Auto Plaza, Grinnell Mutual, the Grinnell Newberg Dollars for Scholars, the Dairy Barn, and Sarah Smith, the house.
All right, back here at TT Crane Field, putting the wraps on this one. Tigers suffer their first loss of the season at the hands of Newton. 2-0. Newton gets the victory over Grinnell. Just as a story of Ivy Schmidt, Newton knew she was a primary goal scorer for the Tigers, and they had her surrounded with two, or as Dan says, sometimes three defenders. The Tigers never really could get a good, clear look. She did have a couple of nice looks in the first half, but, again, good defense, put it away. And then Nuring had to go in a goal for the Cardinals due to an injury, and she knocked away a couple of shots in the second half. But that was really it. Not many shots on goal for the Tigers. And Newton, as I call it, like a wall. I looked out there one time. There was like 6 white jerseys across the field, Dan, just basically saying, we're going to get you covered. You're not going to get away.
They definitely knew what was going on when they came into this ball game. They did a little scouting, and you don't have to really do scouting. Like you said, you look at the statistics before the first two games, you know who's scoring them.
Yep. And like any sport you coach, if you have a player like that, you can do it one of two ways. You can just put your best defender on that hope, and if they get theirs, they do. Or you can really make a point to shut that player down and say that you other players are going to have to beat us. And Newton made a point to really put the clamps on Ivy. And Tigers just cannot get anything going. They're great defense by the Cardinal, and they win it tonight 2-0. We do want to make mention, we apologize. We appreciate you sticking with us. We had to battle through the elements and through the glass, and we will have a plan in place. I believe it's called a squeegee, and we will have a way to get that, wipe that glass off for you next time so you can see more of the action, see it more clearly. And so we will have that taken care of here by our next broadcast, which is this Thursday at 5:30 scheduled for anyway, weather permitting. Tiger boys, Parker Custer and his crew take the field against South Tama here at TT Cranny. Game time kicks off at 5:30. We'll take the air about 5:20 or so, somewhere in there, on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. And that'll do it from here. So, again, the final score, Newton defeats Grinnell 2-0. Cardinals get their second conference win. Grinnell suffers their first conference loss. And for my partner, Dan Walker, owner and operator of Tiger Sports Livestream Network, I'm Chris Juney. Thank you for being with us. And we tell you are listening to and watching Grinnell Tiger Girls Soccer on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Good night, everybody.
This live stream is a copyright of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Reproduction or distribution of this live stream without permission of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network is a violation of the law.